there, everybody. How's it going? My name is Joni. This is Weathered Wings, and I'm here with another little project, something that you can do for your home, something that's easy. Okay, so I just went digging through a box, and I found this SWAN here. I actually think I purchased this from Cracker Barrel years ago. Let me make sure I'm live on here in the right place and send a text to the texting community. Okay, good. There I am. So I'm gonna just copy this link really quick, and then we'll get started. I'm gonna be using DIY paint, and these iFlex little flowers here. I'm going to just dress up the SWAN, okay? We're just going to see how it goes. Just wanted to have fun with it today. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're doing. It's been a while. Not too long. Happy New Year again. All right, I got a new thing of paint here, so let me get it cut open. I'm going to be using beadboard. Again, like I said, I'm using DIY paint by Debbie Beard. It's a clay-based chalk style paint. It's mostly clay, okay, which is really nice. It's all natural. There are no smells. So all I did with this to prep was I just cleaned it a little bit with some rubbing alcohol, okay? And look, it's just a little porcelain SWAN. Find these things all over the place. But again, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby years and years ago. All right, so let me see. I think I'll start down here on the bottom and then dry it a little bit so I can set it down. Although it does have little doohickeys on the bottom, so I'm not going to paint that right now. I'll just do that later. And there is a little bit of texture where you see these brown spots. There is a little bit of texture. So that might be nice when I go to wax it, okay? So this DIY paint will cover anything as long as it's clean and, you know, no oils or anything like that on there. I'm just gonna go around those little things. All right, oh, I didn't put on here comments, so let me get the comments going. Hey, Sherilyn, how are you? Hey, Ari. I said Ari. Hey, Rebecca. How are you? All right, so if you ever find, you know, some of these little knick-knack things at the thrift store, this actually wasn't at the thrift store and it wasn't on sale. I just liked it, but I never did anything with it. All right, why am I, okay, I have to get off the big screen here. I freeze up. But just know that you can always paint these things, okay? Like maybe you find something that's really pretty, but it's like a really weird color or it's a color that you just don't like or just won't go with your decor. You can paint it, okay? You can paint it any color you desire. You can add stuff to it to make it your own, make it one of a kind. Uh-oh, don't want to break its neck. Okay, so you can tell the difference. It was cream, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna make it a white SWAN. We went to Orlando one time for Alabama was in the, I don't know what bowl, Orange Bowl maybe? Is that the bowl that's in Orlando? I thought that was Tampa. Anyway, I can't remember. But there was like a pond or a lake, and there were two swans in there. There was a white one and a black one. And I just couldn't decide which one was the prettiest. They were just something spectacular to look at, just floating around in the water. Y'all may know, those of you from Orlando or have been in Orlando. And I'm just using a synthetic brush. You can actually use any brush that you want. I'm surprised, I usually use my chip brush for these, but I just grabbed this, wasn't really thinking. It doesn't matter, but if you want a little texture in your paint, the chip brush is perfect for that. And it's also good, I do use the chip brush, especially if I'm painting just clear glass or any kind of glass. Just because it puts on a thin coat, and a lot of times when you're painting glass and you use a big nice brush like this, you'll actually just start taking the paint off as you're painting and it won't lay down on it. You need a really nice thin coat to begin with, and then you can go back with your second coat for better coverage. Okay. So I'm gonna, after I get his head painted, I'm gonna try to put these iFlex molds on here, and then I'll give it another coat of paint with those, or include those in my painting. I'm gonna have to get a little, so what are y'all doing for the new year? Do you have any plans? Plans to start new projects? I'm actually, you know, I like to learn just as much as I like to teach, I believe. And so I myself have signed up for a few classes, different stuff that I'm not familiar with, like milk paint and mixed media with some chalk crayons. So I just, you know, I get a little bored sometimes. Not bored, but it's just, you know, I get antsy wanting to learn something new. If I see something I like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, you need to, no matter what field you're in, even when I was practicing accounting, I had to take continuing education. You have to keep fresh with some of this stuff. All right. So I think I've got that done. I'm going to heat it up real quick. Let me see if there are any, oh, Lisa's cleaning her craft room. Oh, come do mine. It's awful. Hey, Debbie, you're doing wings? Hey, Janet. You've never tried the flowers. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let me get do I have the heat gun down here? Please say yes. Okay, yeah. All right, this short cord. It's hard to tell in the light if I've actually covered them all over. We'll see. I'll catch it the next go round. Oh, Debbie, I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you that video. On the angel wing? I'm so sorry. I will do that as soon as I get off of here. Thank you, Janet, for the stars. That's so nice. Thank you, thank you. Tina, hello, hello. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the iFlex. So we're gonna, I'm gonna show you that real quick, or in just a minute. Just need to get his neck dry and back here. I think I'm gonna put it on his neck. Now let me tell you, these just are little. I'll put the link in here real quick because I always forget that. There are a gazillion and one of these things, y'all. They're so cool. Let me see if that's right there. Nope, nope, nope. All right, right here. All right, here I got it. I'm gonna put this link in here, and it's for all paint products. So if you go on here, if you're interested in these, it should pop up. Right there, the all paint products. And look for iFlex wood products. And there, like I said, they have them categorized by animals, by flowers, by this and that. And they are they're really cool. Saves you a lot of time. So let me show you how they work. So I have this one and I have this one. And I was trying to see if possibly I could cut one, and just add a little bit in the back. But this is what I want to do to this one. And this is still. But I want to see if I can wrap it around his neck. So let me see. I'm going to have to paint this a little bit more, or dry it a little bit more. My cord is not long enough. I guess I should get an extension cord. Now, you take the heat gun to these as well. Let me cover this up for just a minute. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. Oh, you found it, Debbie? Okay, great. Janet says DIY is her favorite. Well, it is easy to use, especially with these, these quick projects I do. Now, I'm trying to see, how can I put this on the camera? Maybe I need to lay it down. I wonder if I should lay him down. Yeah, probably that's going to be best. So hold on. I'm going to have to dry him some more, and I'm just taking the paint off. I need to slow my roll. Hold on. I got my hurry up britches on. Let's just take our time here. Okay. Now, if I mess it up, it's okay. I'll just put some more paint on it. Okay, so here's my plan. I want to wrap it around the neck. See how pretty that would be? I'm trying to think which way though. Is it this way that I want? Yes. Yes, because I want this flower. I have to angle it up just a little bit. But what we do, let me get my glue ready, because you heat it up, bend it, and then you glue it on, and it hardens back up. Okay, so let's see here. Pour some glue out on the plate, so I'll be ready. And I'm using Tite Bond Quick and Thick glue, by the way. It's great. It's white, but it dries clear, and it's pretty heavy duty. So you just heat up. This is kind of like Wood You Bend, if you're familiar with Wood You Bend, but this is iFlex. And so I heat it up. Got some drips there. Now this is like real wood. It's just, I think it's actually just made from shavings. All right, let's see. Is this how I wanted it? See how it's bending? Isn't that cool? Let me just keep going. No, it's hot. It's not cool, but it's cool how it bends, right? All right, so let me see if I can get this. I just wanted it like that because it has all those leaves right there. But I'm going to have to hold them up for just a minute, y'all, and then I'll show you. trying to see which way. Ooh, it's gonna have to bend a lot, but I love that. I love that. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting it where I want it though. You know me, it takes me a hot minute to make a decision. Can y'all see that? See how I'm gonna have it coming around him like that? Isn't that pretty? Okay, let me just do it a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, now, this is how I had it? Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna, and you really don't have to hurry. I'm hurrying because it does harden up, but you can put the heat gun back on it. And listen, if you get it on, if you put it on something and you don't like it, just heat it back up. I might know about that. I am not afraid to redo projects if, you know, something happens, I didn't like it. It's not a big deal. Take it off. Just like paint, you can redo it. Okay. But see, one reason I did paint this swan first is because this would stick better to it, right? Ah, I've got hair on my face now. All right, so let me see how I had it. It was like this. All the way coming around. This may be where I could have used an extra pair of hands, but we're gonna just hold it. Thank you, Janet. I'm just gonna have to hold it for a bit. Something you should probably practice before you get on a live video. But, you know, do I ever do that? No. We'll get it. We'll get it. I feel like I should put the heat on it as and I may try to hold it to get it to stick just a little bit and then put the heat gun on it and squeeze it some more. Catherine just jumped on. It is an iFlex. So I put, if you look in the comments, there's an all paint products link. And that's my affiliate link. There are, like I said, there are so many of them, so many different kinds, and they have them categorized for easy viewing, easy deciding. Now look, what I'm going to do, and this is what I do with molds also, because they could slide down. You want to get a piece of tape. I'm going to lay it down. Lay it down. We'll heat it up just a little bit because it's, well look, see how I got it curved? So that's good. I think it needs heated a little bit more actually. See how it bends? Look at that. You just have to play with it. It's not, but you know what? All things worth doing takes a little effort, right? I'm determined, y'all. But what I was going to say was I usually tape it. I put some painter's tape down on it. I probably needed more glue. I did not put a lot of glue, and usually, you know, I'm not stingy with the glue, so let's see. But that's the good thing about this, because if you use a mold, okay, and you know, you can form the molds around this stuff too, but if it doesn't lay all the way down and you try to squeeze the mold on there with clay, it's just gonna crack and break. And this could break too, but it actually has the power to bend when you heat it up though. All right, so I'm going to try to brush on some more more glue under there. A lot more glue actually. I feel like I'm holding a trumpet or a clarinet or something. Not that I ever played those. I played around with them. All right, let me see if there are any questions while I'm sitting here squeezing this. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. I think I've got it all touching right now, so I'm going to hold it. It is a hard angle, but I'm determined. I'm determined. Now, I could have, kind of could have done it in pieces. But I wanted to just see if I can do this. I had this shorter one that's on here, and that would have worked. But that's too easy. That's too easy, right? You just have to hold it. And it's probably best to lay it down, and it's best to tape it. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute, and then I'll start taping the bottom. I'll start painting. Just want to hold it in place. See that? So put some tape on there and it will hold it. I did mess up my paint job, but I knew that would happen. So look how pretty that is. I just love that. I'll put it down here on the end because that's the stubborn parts. And then I'm going to do one in the middle. I'm going to heat it up one more time. Add some glue. Oh, I think I did crack that one little leaf. All right, piece of tape. All right, make sure I have it touching everywhere. I didn't put one on this end, I need to. I had started getting molds out because I was going to do molds. And I thought, you know what, that's going to take a hot minute, so let me see if there's an easier way. Then I saw this. I do like this. All right. One more piece. And then I want to see if I can cut that one. Because I want a little bit on the tail. And I don't want all of it. afraid I don't have enough glue. Promise we'll get it, y'all. We will get it. I have to take the whole thing up. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to lay this here over here for just a minute. Is it all touching? Okay. We'll heat this one up and try to cut it. 3 different pieces. See how it flexes? This has some green on it, but that's okay. Ooh, that's hot. Take my scissors actually. So put all of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually kind of pretty like that. All right, I'm gonna put more glue on this one. Let's see, is that the side? Yes, it is the side. Let's see, I could do it there too. And then put a little one on there. Let's do that. Think about this for a hot minute. See, am I missing anything? That's right, Janet. Can't do anything too easy on here. All right, that looks good. Let me make sure this is, yeah, well, the angle's not bad. It's easy. Let's see. I'm actually gonna scoop out some of the glue just because I don't want a big wad. But you do need to hold it a good couple seconds. Let's do that. Can't tell if I'm getting comments on here, or is that, let me make sure. Oh, it's got stuff all over my computer. It's not reading my print because I have stuff all over it. Oh, all right. But I love all this detail on here, and so we're going to end up waxing, and then it's really going to pop through. And I'm trying to decide if I just want to do a little bit of gold wax or white wax, or some kind of dark wax. I don't know yet. tape that down just real quick like. I'll work on the other one. Mainly just right here. Here. All right. I thought this was going to be real quick. I thought wrong, didn't I? Let's see, I don't like that little bitty leaf on there. 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 And more glue. Make sure you get it all the way to the sides, just like if it was a mold. Just hold it down. Keeps disappearing. So I have to hold my breath too. That's gonna be really cute. Okay, what's that? Okay, I'm just forgetting my computer. What if I moved it all the way up? No, because then that has to wrap around. I don't want that wrapping around any more than it has to. All right. Let's hope that that stays glued. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to take this off now. I'm sure I should leave it on more, but we got to move on. Part right there that I'm worried about. That looks pretty good, y'all. I would like a little more glue in there, but we're gonna move on. I think it did pretty good. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, let's just take this one off. Now, normally, well, not normally, but if you're doing this at home, if you decide to find something, I would, just check it, make sure, keep the tape on there a while, let it dry. Nice and hard, okay? But I'm gonna move on and go ahead and paint it. Because one good thing about the iFlex molds is it's hard, okay? It's hard, it's ready to paint. You're not gonna smush any of the details like you would with clay. Although I love clay, but you have to wait till it hardens up. All right. Let me get this back in the camera. I'll just lay it on my computer right there. We're gonna take the same paint. I'm actually gonna take a chip brush this time. Now chip brush, again, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it will give you a little bit of ridges, where that wax will just get in there and look really nice. Or you can do it smooth. I think I can get down in this, on my water bottle. Shoot, fire. I do like to have my water bottle on my second coat so I can spray it smooth. If I want it, you know, if I need it to, but this will be fine. And if you don't have a water bottle, you can just use a cup of water. Just dip your brush in the water and put your other coat on. Same result. Go ahead and just get it up here. But these bristles on a chip brush are so soft that, like I said earlier, it puts the paint on really well, especially if you're painting on top of glass or porcelain or ceramic stuff. It does nice. Now it's got some dried up glue, looks like right there, which I will come back and sand that if I want to. But it also has the ridges, not ridges, but it has had like those little areas that I showed you, the little dark spots. They were a little rough. They weren't the same as the SWAN, so. Can you even see? I'm sloshing paint everywhere, but I'm gonna hold it down. Sorry it took so long. I had no idea it would be that difficult to glue down. If that was all I was trying to do, I wouldn't have thought it was difficult, but I was trying to hurry, as usual. But y'all, you can do these, you know, you don't necessarily have to use these molds. We even made, we even used some plaster of Paris in my Creative Junkies group and made some plaster Dollar Tree flowers. But you could do this on bottles, vases, pitchers, like tea pitchers. I think it would be really pretty around the neck of it. Wine bottles. All the way around. So see, I really could have cut this mold in pieces if I, you know, and it would have been easier. I could have pieced it together. So that's something you may want to do. You don't feel like fighting with it. All right. You'll see it there. It looks so good. Really swirl this brush, get down in there. All those little details. Man, there's a lot of them. Y'all are quiet today, unless I'm just missing comments. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks, Jill. It is pretty. I like him. I like him. Maybe I should say her. I like her. Can it be her? I have no idea the difference. I almost don't even want to put any wax on it, but I do and I don't, because I really like it white. It looks really pretty. Maybe just a tint of, oh, you know what would be pretty? And I don't have one, but I usually just have to make it up, is a gray wax. A real light gray. And I do that just by taking my black and my white and mixing them together. And that way you can get whatever color gray you want. I'll set it down for just a minute. Okay. And this paint is pretty thick, so on the, on the outside, around the edges, just fill it up with paint. And then if there's any part that's not laying down, just take a little paintbrush and put some glue back under it. Put the heat gun on it a little bit more and hold it. Maybe tape it again. But again, I would say let all your molds and stuff dry before you even, or let them, stick well. I meant like the glue dry, not the paint. That made a nice little touch there on the tail. I may need to find another one for the other side. You see any place I've missed? I can't really see good. All right, let's try to dry it real quick, see if we can get the wax going. Hey, Nancy. Yeah, I'll use clear first, for sure. So I always use clear wax first before any color. But you can make your own colored wax as well, just by using pigment and the clear wax. My water bottle. more places for wax to go. I'll just do one area for y'all because I know you don't want to see her watch me waxing the whole thing. Plus, it really needs to dry. So, I'll do this part down here maybe. It may dry, I can reach it better. But just keep this in mind when you're going to a thrift store or even going through your house. If you have pieces that you've taken down, any little statue or even a lamp. Y'all, this would be really pretty on a lamp, right? The lamp base. Just a plain little lamp base. You could really dress it up. And this paint sands really nicely as well, so if you have any drips or any, areas that slid down, I'm going to see if I can stick a little glue back under this part. See, you see how I heated it up just by drying it, and I was able to lay this down just a little bit more with the, and I put a little bit more glue under there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try it a little bit more. This helps dry it all together. Okay, so let's just lay that down right there. We'll just do that little part. Can y'all see that little part? Oh, I missed a bunch of spots. So, okay. So right here. All right, that's good. Let me get my clear wax. All right. Do I have my... I've made so many brushes, my wax brushes, that I'm going to go with this. Actually, no, there's a little bit of red on there. But these make great wax brushes as well, y'all. They're really soft. I cut the ends off, the very ends. And then you won't be able to see much on this. It may just look a little wet. Okay. I'll just go a little bit around it. But you want your paint to be good and dry because you want your wax down in all these details. Okay. Let it dry. More so than I did. Let it dry. Another reason I'm using these soft bristles, all right, now, let me see if I have that's clear. And that was DIY wax, by the way. And all of these are on my website. I think my link was on there. So here's the black. Make sure I'm not missing something. And then I have some white. I think I'm gonna do like some gray. Just very lightly though. That is up over there. Don't want it on my glue. All right, so a little little bit of black. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black on this, put it on this plate, and then some white, okay. I'm just going to mix them up. All of these waxes are DIY. So if this is really light, I'll just keep stirring it up. But if you wanted it darker, you just keep adding a little bit of black. I'll add a little bit more. I want the detail to show in the flowers, but I don't want it to be really dark. It's still not quite, so I'm just going a little bit at a time. Don't contaminate your wax by adding or sticking in that one, that end that had some. All right, let's just go with this and always go over it. All right, now I'm gonna need a little t-shirt. Or a piece of a t-shirt. And another little wax brush, hold on. Man, I can't find all my little brushes. Oh, there they all are. All right. Now, just going to take a little bit of that gray. And I want that all the way down in there, in those little petals and stuff. Because I'm going to wipe the top of it off. I want it around it. So it's very subtle. Now you could have done, or I could have done, a black wax, a dark wax. I could have made a blue wax, red wax, yellow wax. All by mixing pigment. I don't have any pigment out, but you know, the DIY making powders or any pigment powders will color clear wax. Okay, let me see if I'm move that out of the way. I don't know if I'm just not seeing comments or no one's commenting if everybody's being quiet. That's okay. I'm just gonna wipe it back. Okay. Now, I do need to do this real quick. Where's my clear wax brush? Did I use the same brush? Oh no, here we go. I'm gonna rub some clear wax around because I didn't to begin with. And so that really keeps your wax from wiping back if you don't do that. But as you see, it's okay if you forget. Just go back with some clear wax and see how it'll take it off. Clear wax acts as an eraser. So see right there how it's not rubbing off very well? Just add some clear wax. Oh, well, this is my clear wax, but it was so, it had a lot of, and you can keep doing that. All right, let's get back to this flower. Keep forgetting I don't have to be very careful with this because it's hard. So see, I'm rubbing the top of it, which is just going to rub all that gray wax off the very top. And it's going to leave it down inside of there. I'm gonna grab another one. Here's the clear. Oh, here we go. I have to put clear around here so I can get the gray off. So I really just want it on the molds, not so much, just a hint on the SWAN. So see how that will wipe it off? You'll see in just a minute. I hope you can see. But I'll do the whole thing like this. I will put the gray wax on the whole thing, but I will wipe most of it off and just let it be concentrated on the florals. And you can add more. You can darken that wax if you think, oh, that's not enough. You can go back and add a little bit more. I'll have to get it out of the light and look at it for a little bit. But let me, I'll do just a tad bit of the black by itself and just see. Well, I'll do it like this. What do y'all think? Y'all are quiet today. Hey, kitty. What's going on? Everybody's so quiet. So now I'm adding just straight black just to see if I like it like that. Yeah, that looks good. Y'all may not can see, but when you wipe, see how it wiped right off that, just in the tips of the petals are white. See how that versus how that's all gray? So I love that. And like I said, you could use any color you wanted. You could paint it any color and wax it any color. And then you know what else you could do. Once you got your molds like you liked them, I'm not going to do it to this, but a lot of times I will just go and hit the top edges with a little bit of gold. It's really pretty, but for this I want it to be really subtle. I love that I can rub it really hard. Oh, I love it. I love it. And so all that'll get the same. But see the difference? So that's all white. And this has the gray. Again, all white on that little part. And then the gray. All right. Well, that is it, girlfriends. So yeah, I need to put that up. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I went to Atwood's at Home Goods and got all kind of goodies. Ah, 75% off at Home Goods? I went to Hobby Lobby the other day. They had 90% off, and I wasn't even getting Christmas stuff. I mean, it's 90% off Christmas stuff. I was buying glass. But okay, well, that is awesome, Kitty. Well, you know, any kind of little knick-knack things like that would be great for this. Thank you, Sherilyn. Thanks, Janet. Janet says she's just watching and learning. Well, let me know if y'all think another wax. What other color do you think would be good? I like that. Now, I probably am going to play with it just a little bit and put the tape back on there just because right there. That needs to be touching. Can y'all see? This needs to be flush against that, just like that. Okay, so I'll keep checking it and making sure it's laying down. All right. Well, I hope you have a good